Chance Hymas went down faster than the stock market over the last couple of weeks. Look at this hit he took at Unadilla. Oh my Jesus. That was a spectacular crash, and he's not injured. I have no idea how this individual is not hurt after this. After fourth gear wide open, boom, to the bottom of a hill, to having the motorcycle tattoo you on your back, or for that matter, slam you in the head. Bam! Oh, nothing like having a 250-pound squat land on top of your head. I mean, bodybuilders know what that is, but I don't think bodybuilders really do a whole lot of squatting. Oh, that was gnarly. So let's break it down. This individual was over 2 seconds a lap faster than everyone. He seemed like a rejuvenated rider. I love how he's squeezing the bike, even with that hurt ankle, how he has his toes pointed inwards. That's incredibly essential when it comes to riding a motorcycle. So let's slow this down and see what happens. So he gets kicked right here. The bike is going through this rut. His positioning on the motorcycle is perfect. Rear end bounces, and what does it do? It pops the bike off the ground. This is where it went wrong. As if he was going a little bit slower, that front wheel wouldn't have launched off of anything. And here he's just free floating in the air. Well, pay attention to that front wheel. It lands in a rut to where it actually grabs. If there was no other ruts here, he probably would have been able to ride out of this. Not to mention if that motorcycle didn't kick up where it was free floating with both of the wheels off the ground, lands right there in that rut. And instantly that switches him to turn a hard left. If you're on the highway and you yank your steering wheel, well, the car is then going to fishtail at speeds. It's minute corrections, because if you do more than that, you end up like Chance Hymas, where that motorcycle then spins around and grabs and throws him off into a 360. Unfortunately, that motorcycle lands on the back of his head, and getting hit in the back of the head is a recipe for disaster. And what happened to his teammate? Joe Shimoda. This nice checkup jump with a little scrub to a left-hand corner. Well, he jumps over and that front wheel misses the rut. He's going too fast, okay, in my opinion. He's trying to catch Levi Kitchen, which he was. Levi had a very smooth line. Joe ends up trying to fall into this rut right here, and that front wheel over jumps it, lands, back wheel is out of it, and it's going to slide in. Once it slides in, potentially maybe he could have put his foot down. His balance is just off, and boom, he goes down. And he lands on that shoulder. And what I've heard is he has dislocated that shoulder, which brings me up to the airbag system that is going to be available next year for Alpine Star. And that sucker is supposed to blow up and give you some shoulder protection. And that could have prevented Joe Shimoda from getting a dislocated shoulder and also being able to continue on with the races and actually get up and finish and make some points. That is a good segue to today's video sponsor, Magic Spoon. We're all trying to live healthier lifestyles. You guys know me. I've done a few Ironmans, and I've been known to indulge in sugar-filled cereal, and it sits funny in your stomach, but these guys are a cereal that's designed for the healthier lifestyle. It has 13 to 14 grams of protein in it, which is amazing. If you go for a long run and you come back and you want a protein shake, just have 2 bowls of this stuff. Not to mention, this is my favorite, fruity. It tastes just like Fruit Loops, but it only has 4 to 5 grams of net carbs in it, 0 grams of sugar. It is grain-free, so it doesn't sit weird, and it is also gluten-free. These guys are amazing. I was a little skeptical at first because I'm going, how can you have a cereal that tastes this good but also be healthy for you? This guy is peanut butter. Tastes just like peanut butter cups. If you want to try this, make sure you use my coupon code magicspoon.com/hopper for $5 off. This guy's available at Walmart, Target, Costco. You guys will not be disappointed. Watch Max Anstine, first lap, Moto 1, 250s, in third place. Oh, that was sexy for a Yamaha. Man, look at that. 2 green bikes in front of him. He's going to land front wheel high, get on the gas, and basically manually wheelie all the way down the bottom as if his whole shot button hasn't been popped yet, and he's just wheeling right out of the gate. That was spectacular. And for him to just keep it WFO and not wheelie over backwards was exceptional. Wow, look at that. And we have to talk about the Honda, the 2025 Honda. The rigidity in it is out of this world. They've done 70% new frame, linkage, all sorts of different stuff to make this sucker very rigid. And I've been somebody that has been, I don't really like rigid frames. However, watch this bike as it just floats over the bumps. This is one of the reasons why I think Hunter is going to be more so of a front runner than he has been in the past. Just because now he's got more speed because of this machine that he has underneath him. And also as a technique thing goes, watch Hunter as he's coming into this downhill right-hand corner. He stands up until he's ready to accelerate. Raw. And then he sits down and accelerates. So he comes in here just raw, coasting. Gives it a little bit of gas around the corner. And then when he really is trying to get hard on the gas, it sits down. And then boom, explodes. Watch that. Comes into this corner, a little bit of coast, some gas, raw, wide open. And this was probably the coolest thing of Unadilla was Sexton, the eventual overall winner. Look at how he cuts this massive 90-degree downhill, how he gets out of a rut, and he almost goes off the track, okay, so that he can stay in the smooth part of the track. He is off the track. That's why it's so dusty here. He is not hitting any downhill bumps. It's basically like the water truck lane that he's using. Then he goes from the outside to the inside, and that's not even the cool part. It's coming up this hill. Watch him wheelie over one of these big holes. Wow, that was spectacular. Look at this. He's going outside in, okay, going down the downhill. He's on the far outside, goes to the inside, then road races it from the inside back to the outside. And look at him wheelie over this massive, massive Grand Canyon of a hole coming up this uphill. Boom. And he even jumps over it by wheeling and wheel tapping a bump in front of it. Boom. Gets over it. And he's just on the far outside. That was beautifully executed by what seems to be the next champ. And this is Johnny Hopper. Thank you for watching. Make sure you watch one of the videos after that's going to pop up. And also hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel out. Appreciate every single one of you. Till next time, keep it WFO.